Well, a man known as the Crypto King of Kentucky is now behind bars in New York City for allegedly kidnapping and torturing a former business partner for weeks.
America, check this out. The Crypto King of Kentucky just got caught in the most bizarre kidnapping case in history. He tortured a crypto millionaire for weeks to steal his Bitcoin. But here's the twisted part. They made t-shirts with photos of the victims with a cocaine pipe in his mouth. And the main suspect was found in a bathrobe during a SWAT raid. But what's really shocking is that this $100 million crypto expert who specialized in privacy and security left so much evidence that it looks like he wanted to get caught.
A man arrested and charged in an incident, police say, involving cryptocurrency and allegations of kidnapping and torture.
What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This story has a little bit of everything. It has weapons, custom merchandise of torture victims, and a privacy expert who documented his own crimes. But the more that you dig into this case, the more it looks like something just doesn't add up. In this video, I'm breaking down the bizarre evidence, the contradictions that don't make any sense, and why this might be the strangest crypto crime ever committed. Let me break down the evidence in this case because it reads more like a fiction novel than reality. John Walsh, the self-proclaimed crypto king of Kentucky, worth about $100 million, allegedly tortured a 28-year-old Italian crypto investor for 3 weeks to get his Bitcoin password. But here's where it gets weird. When police raided the luxury townhouse, they found Polaroid pictures of the victim with a gun to his head, custom t-shirts printed on with photos of the victim with a cocaine pipe in his mouth, and a collection of weapons including saws, firearms, and ammunition. Think about this for a second. They took the time to have custom t-shirts made with photos of their torture victim. That takes at least 1 to 2 weeks to do. Why would professional criminals create evidence against themselves and then wait around for it to be delivered?
Law enforcement sources say torture devices, pictures, and a gun were found inside the rental. Those sources say a fight over crypto money dealings was at the center of it all.
The evidence also included body armor, night vision goggles, ballistic helmets, and chicken wire. This wasn't just a kidnapping. This was a military-style operation with equipment that cost tens of thousands of dollars. What's probably the most bizarre is how Waltz was arrested. When SWAT teams raided the townhouse after the victim escaped, they found the quote-unquote crypto king in a bathrobe in the bathroom. Not fleeing, not destroying evidence. He was like, I'm gonna draw a bath.
Kieran Tully says he was there when police brought out the alleged kidnapper in handcuffs.
They brought this guy out in a bathrobe, and he looked super clean. Like, he looked like an executive just stepped out of the shower.
But what even makes this case more suspicious, John Waltz wasn't just any crypto millionaire. He was a security auditor for Grin, a privacy-focused cryptocurrency. His entire professional reputation was built on understanding security, privacy, and how to avoid detection. This man, who had GitHub profiles, Keybase accounts, and specialized in helping people hide their digital footprints, yet somehow he allegedly documented every single aspect of his crimes with photos, custom merchandise, and he left evidence everywhere. The victim was allegedly held for 3 weeks and tortured with electrocution, beaten with guns, forced to smoke drugs, and held out of a 5th-story window. After all that torture, he was able to escape when his captors went to go get his computer. Seems kind of convenient. And then there's the Swedish crypto executive who was also involved in this. After the victim escaped and Waltz was arrested, his accomplice called police to surrender. But he asked police if he could finish his Memorial Day vacation in the Hamptons first.
Why did he do it?
William Duplessis stayed silent as he was led out of the 13th precinct this morning, just hours after turning himself in.
We know, well, he is going to be charged with Mr. Welts with kidnapping and false imprisonment of an associate in Soho.
This whole thing reads like a bad movie script. 2 butlers were present at the house during the entire 3-week torture session and agreed to police interviews. Like, what were they doing while somebody was being electrocuted upstairs? Let's talk about the money because nothing about these fortunes makes sense. Walsh claims to be worth $100 million as the quote-unquote crypto king of Kentucky. But there's no public record of how he made his fortune, no major business venture, no public companies, no documented crypto success. The victim was supposedly worth $30 million. But again, no clear explanation on how a 28-year-old Italian made this type of money. In the crypto world, it's common for people to inflate their net worth, but these numbers seem particularly suspicious.
There's less guardrails on moving crypto than there is cash and wire transfers. So I think in the crypto world, you're going to have to start looking at some of the same safeguards that we have in the regular banking and wire world.
Recent data breaches, including Coinbase hack, have exposed information about crypto whales. Now, crypto whales are people that have massive amounts of cryptocurrency holding. This has made wealthy crypto holders targets against wrench attacks, where criminals use physical force instead of trying to hack digital systems. But here's what's interesting. If these were real crypto fortunes, why wasn't there more sophisticated security? Why was the victim traveling alone to meet former business partners? Why wasn't there any digital security beyond a password? The timing is also suspicious. This happened right as crypto values were surging. With Bitcoin nearly up 60% over the past year, it's almost like somebody wanted to create a story that would explain why crypto millionaires might turn violent against each other. And then there's the international aspect. The victim flew from Italy to New York voluntarily, supposedly to get his cryptocurrency back. Waltz's family claims that he was set up. And the more that you look into this case, the more the theory kind of makes sense. The evidence is almost too convenient, too well documented, and too perfectly preserved for a crime allegedly committed by a privacy expert. Think about the sequence of events here. Privacy expert decides to torture somebody for Bitcoin, documents everything with photos and custom t-shirts, gets caught in a bathrobe during a SWAT raid, while his accomplice finishes a vacation before surrendering. None of this makes sense for professional criminals. The custom t-shirts are particularly damning evidence against the setup theory. Who orders custom merchandise featuring their torture victim? And why would they keep it around as evidence? It's almost like somebody wanted to create the most incriminating evidence possible. The fact that this victim was able to escape after 3 weeks of torture by simply running away when his captors left to get his computer also seems very suspicious. After weeks of systematic torture, they left him unguarded at the most crucial moment. And the international attention this case has received is unusual for a typical kidnapping. Netflix and HBO are reportedly interested in this story. It's like this was designed to be media sensation from the beginning. This whole case has elements that seem designed for maximum shock value. Crypto millionaires, torture, weapons, victim merchandise, and a privacy expert who can't maintain optimal security. Whether this case is real or set up, it highlights serious vulnerabilities in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. The idea that a massive digital fortune can be accessed with a single password creates obvious incentives for violence and coercion. Recent attacks on crypto entrepreneurs worldwide show this isn't an isolated incident. From Houston to Paris, crypto holders are being targeted for physical attacks because digital assets are easier to steal than traditional wealth. The quote-unquote frat house culture described in this case, with stripper poles, constant partying, and reckless behavior, seems to be common in parts of the crypto world where massive wealth meets minimal oversight. But this case also raises questions about how we verify wealth in the digital age. In traditional finance, there are records, audits, and verification systems. In crypto, anyone can claim to be worth millions without proof. The fact that this case involves international players, Italian victim, Swedish accomplice, Kentucky-based main suspect also highlights how crypto crime cross borders and jurisdictions, making investigation and prosecution a little more complex. Whether Waltz is a criminal mastermind or a patsy in a larger scheme, this case will likely change how law enforcement approaches crypto-related crimes and how the industry thinks about security. America, this case has more plot holes than a bad Hollywood movie. Privacy expert who documents his own crime, custom t-shirts of the torture victims, a bathrobe arrest, and a vacation first surrender. Either these are the dumbest criminals in history or something else is going on. The victim clearly suffered real torture. He was hospitalized with documented injuries, but the circumstances around this case are so bizarre, it raises some serious questions about what really happened in that Manhattan townhouse. Whether this was a real crypto kidnapping or an elaborate setup, it exposes the vulnerabilities that come with digital wealth and the Wild West culture that's developed around cryptocurrency. The charges against Waltz and his accomplice are serious, and if they're guilty, they deserve the full punishment of the law. But the inconsistencies in this case suggest that there may be more to this story than what we're actually being told. This case could serve as a warning to anyone in the crypto space. Whether you're dealing with real criminals or elaborate setups, massive digital wealth makes you a target. And in a world where fortunes can be transferred with a password, the stakes for security have never been higher. I'll keep you updated on this bizarre case as it develops, and remember, in the crypto world, nothing is ever quite what it seems, including crimes committed in its name. Let me know what you guys think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.